So I'm Pietros Manios, CEO of Manios Compounding Machine. But in addition to that, I'm also an active farmer, gardener. I had a vineyard in North Carolina, a 40-acre property where I grew Sangiovese, Cabernet Franc. When I was younger, I took a semester off from the University of Miami, and I lived in Italy, a lot of time in Rome and Umbria and Tuscany. I'm also Italian by descent. And so what you have here really is my little Italy, my extension of Tuscany, Umbria, Calabria, Puglia, Basilicata. So this right here, these are all Italian peppers. I probably have 100, 140 plants started from seed. And I always joke with people, part of me is Alexander Hamilton, the investor, capitalist, entrepreneur, and then part of me is Thomas Jefferson at his farm at Monticello, deep in the Virginia countryside, never leaving the farm. And so this is definitely that Jeffersonian worldview. But I'm sort of marrying it with a Hamilton worldview, and then I'm actually selling the seeds from these peppers and live pepper plants on Etsy. The store is Arbela Gardens. Just started a couple weeks ago. I already have maybe 13 sales, so just very, very much the infancy stage. But it's really just a way to monetize my passion for spending hours and hours in the garden. So what we have here is and all of these are the same. These are all Jimmy Nardello peppers, okay? Now it's an interesting story, the Jimmy Nardello. The Jimmy Nardello pepper was brought to America from Basilicata, which is in the south of Italy. The Nardello family, they settled in Connecticut. So the Jimmy Nardello pepper very much spread in the Connecticut area. It's akin almost to what the Melrose pepper is to the Italian-American community in Chicago, what long hots and Neapolitans are to the Philadelphia area. And this is a sweet pepper. Beautiful, long sweet pepper. So we can actually zoom into a couple. I just want to show you just the beauty of it, just the aesthetics. I mean, look at that. Look at how that's waxy and it glistens. Look at the length too. I mean, that's my hand for perspective. Now they're green now. They always start green, and they turn bright red. But at the top, they also have a little dash of purple. They're also known because they sort of crinkle at the top. That's also how you know it's a Jimmy Nardello. But yeah, this will go bright red with that purple at the top. Actually, there's one here. If you come over here, this will be fun to show. This one's starting to turn, so you can actually see this little purple developing at the top here. You see that there? And look at the bottom. You can see it's starting to turn that darker, area. It's red. Look at the difference in color between here and here. You see it's starting to turn in that purple there. So this is the first one in the beginning process. So actually we're selling these. These are too big to sell now, but when they were half the size, I was selling these $20 a plant, and then I'll actually save all the seeds from these Jimmy Nardellos and sell those as well. And I might even put together an Italian pepper sauce as it develops. But this I just built. These are two more. And I think I'm going to do another pepper from Basilicata, which is, again, it's in the south of Italy. I think this bed I'm going to do, it's called Peperone di Sanise, if I'm not mistaken. That's also Basilicata pepper. So this area right here will really be like little Basilicata in the new world. And then I'm developing some areas over here I'll show, so follow me. This area I'd like also to develop. You can see the light here. I'd like to put some more raised beds in here. Little greenhouse. So these right here are called Sweet Shepherd. I'm just starting these in the front. And these are just babies. You can see the difference. So look at the difference there between these and what they start out at, right? So you can kind of just see from a little seed to this to that, And in the back here, this is really cool. I sourced these rare seeds. These are called Piccolo Rosso di Madone. And they're from Sicily. Look, actually, if you can get this, see, they just sprouted. Look at that. There's two. So they just sprouted in the last couple days. But those, Piccolo Rosso di Madone, and that means little red from Madone. Madone is in the north of Sicily. and these are native to that area, so it's kind of a rare Sicilian pepper. So over there you have Basilicata, here you have Sicily. Now this actually is interesting. This is an Everglades tomato. It's the one tomato plant I have amongst all these peppers. And the Everglades tomato is native, or it's really well known in Florida. It's the one tomato you can apparently grow in Florida that doesn't mind the humidity and heat. And they're little sweet cherry tomatoes, the Everglades. So I have that here. These are long hots. So I'll just kind of break down the Italian-American pepper world, if you will. So you have the Jimmy Nardellos in Connecticut, right? You have the Melrose pepper in the Chicago area. It developed in Melrose. Ooh. It's okay. A little technical difficulty there. No worries. We have the Melrose in Melrose Park, Illinois. And that, I believe, is from an area outside of Naples, Nocera Inferiore, right out of the volcano there in Naples. And so that's famous, and if you go to Chicago and you go to sort of Italian areas, they're going to know the Melrose. Connecticut, Jimmy Nardello. Philadelphia is kind of known for really the long hot. South Jersey, Philadelphia. So these are some long hots, a couple just sprouted here. So these are going to be all long hots with Madonna in the back. And then I just mentioned the Melrose. So this is the Chicago pepper that's originally from Naples. And now speaking of Naples, here we have what's called the Neapolitan. This is also a rare pepper that I sourced. So the Neapolitan is like the long hot. It's native in the early 20th century. The Neapolitan, 1915, 1920, that time, early 20th century, was well known in the Philadelphia and South Jersey farmers markets. One of the reasons is because it fruited before a lot of the other peppers. So a lot of the farmers were able to get their product to market a little bit quicker than other farmers. They were able to show up with ripe pepper. Because I think this is more like a 65-day instead of an 80-day turnaround. So we have the Neapolitan. And then I just have some more shepherds here. And these I'm actually selling. These are on Etsy for like $19.99 a plant, which plants like that will turn into this in the future. And then I'm going to expand another area over here, but I'd really like to turn this area. It's just sort of, like a small market garden. And it's just a passion of mine. I don't know if I'll make much money from it, but I'm out here weeding, irrigating. It's just a fun, beautiful process, and something I love to do. So the Etsy store is called Arbela Gardens, Arbela, and then gardens plural. And yeah, so this is my little slice of Italy in South Florida. So there you go. Ciao.